Good afternoon, good evening, guys. It's a 4:25 p.m. Today is Thursday, March 24th, 2022. So, yesterday's closing remark, right? So we just have to wait for the overnight today. If buyers are still there, they will take price above 67 and 87, right? If they are done, then you want to see price holding it below 87 ideally and tag of 44.25, which did not happen. Price did not make a new high, new low, and it was able to go above this, and yesterday, if you remember, I said sellers are not legit. I was not looking for this kind of down move. Buyers are still there, they are buying at the dip, right? And you can see the result today. They bought it again today, so it was just a fake down move yesterday. So overnight sellers failed to hold below closing remark level. See, so they are still there. As I said yesterday, overnight. So this means buyers are still there, so overnight sellers failed to hold below closing remark level. Buyers are still there, as I said yesterday. Okay, they kept buying yesterday. See, so I'm talking about buyers here. Okay, above Globex high or 44.60, we have to assume that buyers are back in the business still, right? So 44.60, they try to break down today, sellers, but they couldn't. Just for a 5 minute it took a breakdown, but immediately back up, and they held 44.60 buyers, right? So they are still there, and then you can see the result all the way down to 45.13, all the way up, So sellers have to hold below 72 or 60. So they tried to hold below 60, but they failed. Then they tried to hold below 72, and it also failed, and price got a breakout above 72. So that was suggesting that buyers are there, because sellers failed here. We may have a trending type day today. See, dream numbers are important today in NQ. They may generate a move today. Short term buyers from blue lines, which is way below, they are there. Overall NQ still has a short term buyers in it. And then if NQ can manage to go above 600, buyers will take full control. Okay, so now all these things, Russell, Dow, crude, gold, I did not bother to look at it today. Dream number 502, 519, very important. Okay, so you can read through all these things and see how level played out, but let's go here, right? So I'll take ES first today. So you can see here 67 is the level we talked about in the pre-market Discord voice, that 67 will do something, and then it's up. If it goes down, then it's up to 60 buyers to decide. If it goes up, then it has to take out this 72, and buyers have a full control, So of the open, and I also said I would rather go long at 67 if I have to execute at the open than short. Okay, so I was favoring buyers. So then here it just went down, right? So one of the scenario of the open, whatever we discussed, 67, somebody responded, right? Then it went down, tried to break down this 60 here, right? But if you look at it, the bar did not go through this entire support on a first go. Ideally, if the sellers were so strong, it should have sliced through here, because NQ was trying. See, NQ was the one which fooled me today, literally. And because of NQ, I gave up my trades, basically I stopped trading right after 10:15 a.m., which is right in this middle somewhere, I gave up my trading. I assume that most likely because of NQ. So here I was reading that ES wants to go higher, but because of NQ it couldn't, so due to this chop, I just gave up. I said, what, I don't want to trade in this chop at 10:15 right here. And I said, just because of NQ, and because I had a longs in ES, but then I couldn't hold it just because the way NQ was doing straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. And today somehow it rotated around the dream numbers. Usually dream number holds it to the T almost, and they generate the move either way. But today they try to do it, dream number generated the move, but then immediately slice through it again, then it goes down and then slice through it, and then again slice through multiple times, right? So that was something off, because it wants to do something but I couldn't figure out, right? And then I said most likely it will break below this in the of the open. I said break below this, it will go here, but here instead of coming here it just keep bouncing from these random places. So resistance wise it was bouncing, it was rejecting from 546, but support it was randomly bouncing. See, that pissed me off. Eventually it went here. See, if it went here in the morning, it would have been easy life, but after this it went, actually by the time I already gave up here, so I said I do not want to trade here. So because of that, ES also I gave up at 10-12, so I do not want to trade. So my longs were here, then I bailed out just because of NQ, right, at the break even here. Then again I went long, this was profitable trade, but then again because of NQ it came down, so I just bailed out here. I got some few points here and then I gave up trading. I said I do not want to trade in this environment, unless something breakout or breakdown major happens. But by the time I was doing gardening, so I did not even come back until later, and then I just watched it, I didn't trade it. So once I gave up the day, I gave up the day, I don't want to trade. But later on there were some very very good trades, so here, so this is all after the fact, I'm now seeing it. So in between I saw it, but I was not there during a certain price action. But anyway, this thing 72 and 66, right? So the moment price goes above this 72, see, this was a fake breakout, right? By looking at this, it looks like it wants to go down, right? But the candle was still good, green, above all this resistance area, this bold R, right? Then but you can't go long because of this spike up, so you have to wait for price to go higher, then pull back something. You can't take a breakout in ES. However, in NQ, if you're monitoring it, you can see here, see, after this sell off, right, and after this balance breakdown right here, it came here. Ideally it should have gone down, right? But since buyers were there, in ES, and ES was holding this 60, see here, to the dot actually, and ES came down, NQ came down here, but ES couldn't even go below 60. See, that was the sign, right? And if you look at it, internals, they were rising actually, they were rising. See here, they were rising, right? So here, and once it bounced from here, right, see here you can't go long now because of this breakdown. But then if these sellers are legit, right, then even though it bounced, they should hold below this dream number now, right, because all the meat was here in the morning fight, right? So on the way up, see here, they tried to sell it again, right, short it, but then immediately pop back up, right? So at this point you have to assume either chop is going to continue in this range, right, or you can assume that, hey, balance, breakout, balance, breakout, balance, breakout can happen. You can see it, balance, breakout, right? So this pattern told you that now buyers are in firm control. So balance, breakout, you go long right here. See, same thing here also you can do, but then ES it's hard to do breakout rather than you wait for a pullback, so NQ you can do it because NQ usually plays level to level, right? So here you can observe, whenever you see a pause, you can bail out right here, see, or you can bail out here when ES hits this 97 resistance, right? Then you wait for a pullback now, so pullback could be this 600, you can go long, right, and then bail out here, or however you want to do it, right? But ES, right, so ES, it broke out about this area, right? So here in ES you can try this one, 1210, right? So roughly around 1210 right here, right, at the breakout point right here. But right here, this one right here, right? So you can take a breakout here when NQ was 1210 right at 600, see that? So this one you can try here, go long, right? And but the problem is your stop. Where do you put your stop? It's not supposed to be here, way down, right? It's not supposed to be there. So once you go long here, your stop has to be probably around, maybe around 83 or so, right? and then you have to try long here. And if it doesn't work out, right, you have to wait for this area, because this was the key area where it tried to, you know, hold it, and then breakout happens. So if it comes back here, this is another long you want to take, you know. So here it stopped you out, right? But when it came down here, you have to try it again, because NQ was 581 breakout point, right? This one also breakout point. So try both, you know, and then bail out here, right? Because now this buyer should have hold this level first instead of coming down even here, right? So that means some sellers are there. Sellers are strong because they were able to push down. So on the way up, straight up, you bail out, you know. And then price came down. Now this time it's supposed to hold it this time this level, but this time they held this level. So that's additional information that you get it, you know, that okay, it's hold it. Now what? Now it should continue this original uptrend higher. So that means here, so basically you forget this price action, you know. And then up, you can take a breakout, pull back long. Same thing in NQ. NQ we already know above 600 buyers are fully active, right, based on full control, based on pre-market notes. So when this area is taken out, right, we had two blue lines, right, cyan blue lines. So we have to wait until that is taken out also. Then when this is taken out, closing time, breakout, long, pullback, long, red or pink line, you know. So, and that be all for today, you know. But so these buyers are in control, that's I know, you know. But now I'm also, now my feeling for a strong down day is now coming almost to the beginning now, you know. So almost any day, you know, we can see a strong gap down or failed gap up, you know. So just look for those signs also parallelly. Okay, and have a good day.